Hello, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Out. I'm Maris Aylward. Today we are doing a live vlog, and our topic is yoga myths. We're debunking yoga myths, common misconceptions about yoga. And for today, what we're tackling is the misconception that yoga is only for a specific group of people. In particular, a lot of people still think this that yoga is only for women, yoga is only for young and healthy people, and yoga is only for hippies. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about today. This is the second video on yoga myths that I'm doing. And if you missed the first one, the link to that video is in the description box below. So make sure to check that out. All right, before we dive right in, I just want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you click that bell icon. That is the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my videos. You get notified whenever I post a new video or whenever I go live. So make sure you do that. And second announcement is thank you so much to all of you who support Yoga Upload. I provide all of these yoga videos for free. Obviously, they're on YouTube, but I do appreciate people who make a contribution to support Yoga Upload because it really helps me keep the channel more sustainable. So there are two ways to support Yoga Upload if you're interested in that. The first way is to make a one-time donation on PayPal. And the second way is to make a monthly donation through Patreon, and that is Patreon, Patreon. You can donate any amount that you wish, whatever you're comfortable with. And again, links to both of these, the PayPal and Patreon, are in the description box below. Lastly, I promise this is the last announcement and we'll dive right into the topic. Most of you know I announced it a few weeks ago here on YouTube that I am planning my very first ever yoga retreat. And I wanted to gather insight from you by asking you to answer a survey so I know where you want to go, when you want to go, what your budget is. And so thank you to those who responded to that survey. We are now beginning the planning stages of the retreat. So I will announce very soon the details on that. So for sure, it's going to be next year, 2020, not this year, 2019. So next year, 2020 will be the yoga retreat. And very soon I will announce where, when, how much, and all the other fun details of the yoga retreat. So make sure you tune in for that. And if other ways to get updated aside from the notification bell would be to sign up for my newsletter or maybe follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And again, all the links are down below. All right, enough. Let's dive right into debunking yoga myths. Let's start with that first one I mentioned. Yoga is only for women. This is absolutely untrue. In fact, there was a time in yoga's history, especially in India where it started, that only men practiced yoga. Eventually, obviously, they started admitting women to the yoga schools, but it was originally practiced only by men. Now, I understand where this misconception is coming from because it is true that if you look at the West mostly, if you go to yoga classes or studios, most of the practitioners are women. So it's easy to think that only women practice yoga. But now more and more men are beginning to realize the benefits of yoga for them. It's challenging for men in a different way. And it helps improve flexibility and mobility, balance. So especially for men who like to do strong workouts, adding a yoga class maybe once a week or doing a little bit of yoga stretching helps to really balance and round out the routine. So they found that it's been really, really helpful for them. And in fact, there are now businesses that cater specifically to men. There's Manflow Yoga, and the last time I checked, he has a YouTube channel, but I know that he has a website where he has these DVD yoga programs that are for men. There's also this thing called Broga Yoga, Bro Yoga. So it's just for dudes, and I guess that that helps some guys kind of get over feeling intimidated, or they're curious, but they don't really want to just walk into a random yoga class. So maybe an all male environment makes them feel more comfortable. So those businesses do exist. So if you're a guy, you've been wanting to try yoga, no more excuses. There's something out there for you that's going to be really helpful. So that's it. Yoga is only for women is absolutely not true. In fact, the Indian yoga masters who were responsible for introducing yoga to the West were men. Most of them were men. If you've heard of Iyengar yoga, Iyengar is a man. And the founder of Ashtanga yoga is Patabi Joyce, who was a man. And Bikram yoga, Bikram is a man. Let's not get into him. He has a lot of controversy surrounding him, which I will not get into. But anyway, there you go. No more excuses, guys. For the men in your life, if you're a woman watching, let them know about this. All right. Second myth is yoga is only for young and healthy people. Again, it's easy to understand where this misconception is coming from. If you're looking at yoga magazines, if you're looking at Instagram specifically, it's notorious for showing a lot of, young, healthy, fit people in very complicated yoga poses. Nothing wrong with that. That has its place. And if it inspires people, great. But that is not the only yoga that's available to people. That is just one very small part of it. So there are many different styles and different teachers and different schools out there that will cater to different needs, preferences, and levels of experience. For example, there's chair yoga, self-explanatory yoga using the support of a chair. And this has been attractive to a lot of maybe elderly people who might have some limited mobility, people who have certain disabilities and need the support of a chair, or even if you're a young person, maybe you're recovering from an injury, chair yoga can be really helpful and therapeutic for that. So it's not just, again, for the young and healthy. Also becoming more popular now is yoga with a specific purpose or yoga for a specific population. There's yoga for depression, yoga for anxiety. A really wonderful movement is yoga for veterans, those who are suffering from PTSD. And yoga has been very helpful for them as like an adjunct to their therapy that they're already doing. There's yoga for MS, yoga, and a lot of the yoga therapy trained yoga teachers, if they're actual yoga therapists, can work with a lot of different populations with specific concerns. So it's not just for the young and healthy. It's for anyone who wants to try it, who's curious. There is going to be something out there for you that will help you depending on your needs and your preferences. So again, no more excuses for not trying it out. All right, last one. I really do need to keep this short because the baby's going to wake up from his nap anytime soon. All right, the last one is yoga is only for hippies. I know some people still believe this because when yoga was first introduced to the West around the 60s and around the 70s, when more people started practicing it, it really did attract a certain type of personality, a certain type of characters. Groups of people gravitated toward yoga, and that's still true now. You'll still find that, but you don't have to have dreadlocks or drink kombucha or do all of these things to practice yoga. Again, nothing wrong with that, but that is not the only aspect of yoga, and those are not the only practitioners. So yoga has become very mainstream now. You'll find it in different places, not just yoga studios or ashrams or retreat centers, but you'll have it in fitness facilities, you'll have it in community centers. And again, another proof that it's become very mainstream lately is corporate yoga, where companies provide on-site yoga for their employees. And I've done this myself. I've taught at offices or companies. I go in during lunchtime and do a 45-minute session with the employees. And this is wonderful because it's research proven that it really helps with their relaxation, their stress level, it increases their productivity. So it's been very helpful, and that's a trend that actually I like to see growing is, office yoga, corporate yoga, on-site yoga. So it's mainstream, it's not just for hippies, not just for a certain type of person. Again, a lot of people can benefit from yoga. So the point of this whole yoga myths debunking was just to drive home the idea that we might have an image of what a yoga student, a yoga practitioner, a yogi looks like, behaves and talks and everything. And that might be true to a certain extent. But again, a lot of people can practice this. Practice yoga. There is a style, a class, a teacher that's going to be a good match for you depending on what you want and what you need. So that's it for my yoga myths debunking part 2. Thank you so much for those who tuned in. This wasn't really like a live chat or Q&A. I just wanted to do the vlog live, but thank you, Emma Jones and Aga Agnieszka. Thanks for joining me today and watching. And again, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the notifications on so you don't miss any videos. And the yoga retreat announcement is coming soon. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.